besides both appearing to be Strats, what do these two guitars have in common? Well, stay with me and you'll hear all about it. Well, I'm very much aware that most viewers are interested in products they can go out and buy, and even perhaps just dream about buying. In any event, today's video takes a little different approach. Today, I want to talk about PARTSCASTERS. Now, there should only be a few reasons you might consider a PARTSCASTER. Probably the very worst reason is to try and save money. Sure, you could put together a guitar on the cheap, but with all the high-quality budget guitars available these days, in most cases you'll be far better off just buying one of these than putting something together from cheap parts. Unless, of course, it's just for fun. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But in general, a PARTSCASTER is unlikely to give you something for less money than an equivalent factory guitar. So why consider it at all? Well, there are two great reasons to put together a PARTSCASTER. One very good reason is just to enjoy the experience and maybe learn all about your guitar. That's the fun part. But mine is the second reason. To build something that meets my personal requirements better than anything available at anywhere near the price. Now, in this sense, you are saving money. Of course, if you're someone with a lot of cash and no interest in DIY, then you can order a custom spec guitar from a custom builder and hope it meets your expectations. But if you know what you want and might enjoy doing a little work, the PARTSCASTER can be a great way to go. But make no mistake, it'll be a learning experience, and while it won't necessarily be cheap, it can yield a guitar built to your specifications. Now, my guitars were not built by ordering all the parts and then assembling them. That can yield a great guitar, but it's the most expensive way to go. And more importantly, you risk spending a big chunk of cash and ending up with a sonic dud. Now, my guitars were assembled over time and actually started as production Fenders. So let's talk about my seafoam green guitar. This entire project started with a 2002 Fender Highway 1 Stratocaster. I bought it in about 2004 for a very low price at one of Guitar Center's holiday sales where they were blowing out old stock. I played it a while as is, but wasn't crazy about the neck, which I believe is the most critical component. Now, once you find the right neck, the rest falls into place relatively easily. So consider what you want in a neck, and then go shopping for exactly that. You can buy new or used. There are advantages to both, but used does give you the ability to resell without losing too much money if it doesn't work out the way you'd hoped. Now, this neck I found used, and it's pretty spectacular. It's a USA Custom Guitars neck, made back when the original owner of the company was in charge. And it's just about perfect. It's a 7.25 to 9.5 compound radius, so it feels like the vintage necks I grew up playing, yet isn't quite as finicky about the setup. Though in truth, that matters less than you think if you have a really skilled person to do your fretwork. More on that in a minute. In any case, this neck is all I could hope for. I put it on the Fender body and used it like that for a while. Then much later, I decided I wanted the guitar to be seafoam green. I'd always wanted a seafoam green Strat, so again, I went used shopping. Now, high-quality finished bodies aren't cheap, and finding the perfect one can be a challenge. So what did I do? Well, I came across a fairly inexpensive PARTSCASTER online. It had a made-in-Mexico Fender standard Strat neck, pickups from a Fender Classic series, and this beautiful seafoam green body, which was made in Japan. So I made an offer and I got a great deal on the guitar. The body was all I wanted, so I just sold the rest of the parts. So all said and done, I scored the body for pretty low dollars. So this guitar, as I said, was actually put together over time. And all that's left of the original Fender are the pots, the bridge saddles, and the output jack. It carried the original Fender pick guard until recently when I bought the mint green guard you see here. And of course, it has the Q pickups I reviewed in an earlier video. Now there's one very critical element that was required for this guitar to be truly great. And it is unfortunately not cheap, but usually necessary. I have a luthier repairman I've worked with since the 80s. And while I assembled the guitar and I do basic setups, I had him do a full setup, which includes work I don't do. Mainly fret leveling and crowning. His work is easily as good as any pleck job, and this guitar plays silky smooth. So whether this step is something you'll require depends not only on the state of the fretwork or the neck you buy, but also on how sensitive and discerning you are about fretwork. Just remember, if it doesn't play perfectly, that doesn't mean it's a bad neck. All guitars will benefit from great fretwork, and factories don't always get it right. Well, if you follow my channel, you've already heard my PARTSCASTERS, but what's a video of mine without a little playing? Well, thanks for watching, and hopefully you found this useful and informative, or just entertaining. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I need subscribers to keep this going, and know that you're greatly appreciated. Don't miss my Play Some Blues series, which airs Tuesdays, and my next gear video on Friday, and I'll see you then.